Hey y'all. Hey. What is going on? Y'all just realized I didn't even monetize the video, so I had to go monetize it real quick, hoping I got back in time before the little intro was over. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me good? Is everything okay? How's everything going today? Y'all. So I don't know, put a ring on it, y'all. It's so much stuff going around. Put a ring on it, but I'm gonna do this review like I always do my reviews, y'all. I'm gonna try my best to give it to y'all how I see it without any outside stuff going on from people posting stuff. Okay, but I do got to get into this review. Um, I just want to say, don't nobody need to get married. Like, I just want to say that, like, I had to name this. Please don't put a ring on it because, like, I don't want anyone to put a ring on it. Like, I feel like some of these issues are beyond fixing. Outside of maybe Shay and Alfonzo, they might can find a common ground. But Otis and Charlene and Kenny and Shorty, it's gonna be a hard no for me. Like, whatever whatever it is you want to get out of this, I hope it is getting away. I just hope that it's getting away. Okay. Like, that's all I want for you guys. I want that for y'all. I want that for y'all, for real. Okay. Put a ring on to season 3, episode 6, y'all. It's called Family Matters. And I really thought when I was about to watch this episode that they was actually going to meet the family. Like, I'm like, this is great for Shay. This is all she ever wanted, was to meet the family, and now it's like a force to make it happen. But child, it's not about meeting each other's family, it's about sitting down with their own family. I said, well, this is odd. I'm sure they should have had these conversations with their families by now, about the relationship and the relationship dynamics. But I do believe that some people have gotten to the point in their relationships where they keep their relationship information private and to themselves because they don't want people in their business. They don't want people, putting their putting their ideas on how they should work through their relationship. Because like, when we're in relationships and we go through things with our spouses, if we tell our mother, we tell our fathers stuff like that, our sisters and brothers, they start building this notion about that person. They start coming up with their own things. They can't forgive them, you can. So I can understand maybe revisiting these conversations with your family to get a clear, view on what you need to do. But I feel like I really was thinking about this show, and it just made me feel like if you have to go on a show to decide whether or not you want to put a ring on it, then 9 times out of 10 you probably just shouldn't. Like, if you've been with someone for all these years and now you decide, I don't know if I really want to put a ring on it. It's like, if you don't know by now, baby, then you just don't know. And if you don't know, it's probably a no. Like, it just is what it is. Okay. So the episode basically picks up um the episode picks up where we left off, right? Charlene is still upset about him finding out that Otis was DMing old girl, okay? She's still telling Dr. Nicole that she wants to leave. Dr. Nicole was like, can you settle down, Charlene? Just settle down a little bit. And she's like, no, don't want to settle down. I want to go home. I want to leave. Where's the keys? Give me the keys so I can go, okay? Dr. Nicole says, look, if you're not going to give each other the chance to see if this is your forever, then why did you come here? Why did you come here if you're not going to see the process through? If you're going to get mad at every little thing, then why did you come here? You could have did this at home, right? So she says, let them be, she said, Dr. Nicole says, let them be themselves. Okay. Trust is freedom. When you trust your spouse, it's freedom. This is your chance to see who they really are. Okay, Charlena, this is your chance to realize that this man will just randomly go DM people that he meet and have conversations and probably try to get to know them. Let the process do what the process is supposed to do, so you can have a clear understanding of who the person is that you're in a relationship with. If this doesn't open your eyes, and like we always discuss, that there's no boundaries. There is no boundaries. That person just has to respect you enough to not make those decisions. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't have to tell you, don't be DMing someone. I shouldn't have to tell you, don't go out kissing someone. I shouldn't have to tell you, don't go have sex with someone. Like, that is just a respect issue that you should just know not to do. Okay. Granted, there's some things we need to discuss. Okay. But the basics, the bare minimum is something I shouldn't have to tell you not to do. Okay. Like, come on. Let's be realistic about that. Trust is freedom. When you fully trust the person you are with, you are free in your relationship. I was like, I was here for it. Okay, I was definitely here for this. Okay, so um well, yeah, okay. So Dr. Nicole, okay. So now we get over to Shay, right? So Shay tells Dr. Nicole about her date. She like, my date was cool, everything was great until Alfonso came in. And he didn't acknowledge me. Like, he just didn't acknowledge me. If you walk into a room with your friends and your family is there, you acknowledge them. But this isn't the same instance, Shay. Okay, the point of this is to focus on your date. Granted, okay, he could have said, hey, but is it gonna hurt you that he didn't? Kenny didn't say, hey, to Shorty. What's the other people? Otis and Charlene. They just came into the place and they just did them. So why is it so, like, why did you have to behave that way because he didn't say hi? That's the thing that bothers me. It's like, he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything but not say hi to you, and you was gonna flip a switch just like that? Like, girl, get it together, okay? She's trying to say, she says that he's her spouse. Okay, Dr. Nicole was like, I'm gonna try to tell you this, like, I'm gonna be trying to tell you this the nicest way possible. It's not your spouse. She's like, well, that's my reality, but that's not reality. Dr. Nicole is trying to get her to understand that is not your spouse, sis. You are on a show called Put a Ring on It to figure out if you want to be married to the person you are with so they can become your spouse. See, what happens is you put these titles on people that is not the title that they asked for. You put these titles on people that's not the title that they signed up for. He did not sign up to be your spouse. He's your boyfriend. Okay, if you want to go as far as say your fiance, then cool. Okay, but at this point, he is not your spouse. Look up the definition. It does not say boyfriend. If he's already your spouse, then what do you want to put a ring on it for? Like, girl, you're making up your own realities. You're making up false realities. This is why you're disappointed, because you treated him like a husband and he's not treating you like a wife. Come on, make it make sense, sis. Make it make sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, that's my spouse. That was not, how you gonna argue about the word? She didn't say that wasn't your partner. She didn't say that wasn't your boyfriend. She didn't say that that's not your spouse. Get it together. Okay? Like, girl, you making up this whole false reality of the world that you live in, and it's not true, and it's not real, and it's a fantasy, and which is why you living in a fantasy reality, and the man is clearly showing you he's not your spouse, yet and still you're standing up here saying that's my spouse. It's crazy. Right, out here giving our boyfriend privileges to husband privileges to boyfriends, and then wonder why they 10 years a girlfriend, because you're already claiming him as something he is not. You're already claiming him as something he is not. So why do he need to go make you his wife when you're already claiming he's your husband? Okay. They sitting down talking, and Shay is trying to tell him that she wants him to take her feelings serious, okay? Fonzo was laughing because Fonzo, like, I just don't understand where this is coming from. Fonzo, you know exactly where this is coming from. This did not just happen. This is not your first time having this conversation. Cut it out. Stop it, okay? She's like, she doesn't feel like he's hearing her. He's taking her, as a joke, because he's always laughing. It may be a nervous laugh. It may be whatever type of laugh y'all want to say it is. But at the end of the day, he is literally playing in her face. And that's because she is allowing it. Okay. She's allowing it. Y'all know what's happening. Come on, let's stop it. Okay. He's in there talking about something. Well, she's not going nowhere and I'm not going nowhere, so we're gonna work through it. My point exactly, Shay. See, what happened was you left him for what, 2 months, and you came back and you didn't set a precedent for anything. You took him back and he didn't change absolutely nothing. The reason why you took him back, the reason why you left, was never resolved when you came back. So you left for 2 months for what? For what? To realize that you wanted to be with him? Okay, but did he change anything? Did y'all work on anything? Did he become a better person? Did you become a better person? Why did you leave if you was going to go back to the same situation? Something was supposed to change, but you didn't give him anything to change. So therefore, that's why he said, she ain't going nowhere, I ain't going nowhere. We going to work through this. Because you're never really working through anything. You're just not leaving. And when you did leave, you just came back and didn't expect anything else. You just thought by you leaving, he was going to change. No, immediately no. That's not how this works. They don't just change because you leave. Especially if you're going to come right back. He didn't even have time to sleep on it long enough. He didn't even have time to miss you long enough. He didn't even think it was serious for 1 minute, okay? Because that's how fast you came back. Bang, I'm back. Okay. So now it's time to see who's going to go on another date and stuff like that, okay? So first, Kenny says that he doesn't want to go on the second date, okay? Shorty says she feels as though he wants to go on a second date. He don't want to go on a second date because he ain't really find nobody that he attracted to, okay? Y'all need to pull the girls out the bag, okay? Give him a baddie who got stuff together, and then he'll be all in. Trust me, it's just a matter of time before you realize that he's scum, okay? She wanted them to find that man somebody so bad so she could go on about her business, okay? Shorty wants a second date with her date because she felt as though she, he was trying to make her feel as comfortable as possible in a very uncomfortable situation, and she wants the chance to really get to know him, okay? Now, when we get to Otis and Charlene, Otis says he don't want another date. He like, nah, I'm good. Charlene was like, well, it's probably because he already was DMing her. He probably already met up with her. Ain't no purpose of him, continue to go on a date with her. I was like, it's giving very much. She's so upset. She done made up this whole thing in her mind. Okay, like, Dr. Nicole told us our feelings are not facts. Okay, but she really made up this whole scenario in her mind that she went out there. Okay, that he went out there, DM'd that girl, probably met up with that girl, had sex with that girl, did whatever he did with that girl, and now he moving on. The same thing I said about Fonzo when he went on that date with that girl who seemed like she was going on, that she was out here for the streets. Remember the first day he went on and she was all, giving car vibes, and I was like, yeah, he ain't want another date with her because he probably already got what he wanted from her. That's what I'm assuming, Charlene is thinking. Charlene is thinking to herself, like, baby, he already did what he had to do. He's moving on. He's definitely moving on. And I see you for who you are, Otis. I see you for who you are. And I'm like, dad, girl, if you went to that extreme that fast, trust is freedom. Remember that. Trust is a freedom, child. You ain't gonna have no freedom in your relationship if that's the first thing that you think about when he say he don't want to go on another date with nobody, okay? Charlene, of course, doesn't want to go on a date with that guy. She doesn't want to go on a date with another guy. Dr. Nicole's asking her how she feels about the situation. And she's like, I'm cool or whatever, but I'll be much better on when y'all find me someone else. Dr. Nicole was like, this is not the show to find you a new boo, sis. This is not where you're not here to find a new man. Charlene got in her mind like, oh, so I told you. You embarrassing me, I'm embarrassed the ish out of you. Don't ever forget that Charlene said that, y'all, because her plan, her purpose right now is revenge. Okay, she got in her mind, give me the right man, and baby, I'm showing my whole behind. Because he want to be out here like it's cool, I'm going to be out here like it's cool. Point blank and period. So in her mind, she's like, find me the right man. Find me the right man. I can show you better than I can tell you. Embarrass who? Embarrass me? Absolutely no. I will embarrass the ish out of you. Like she said, y'all want to sleep on Charlene if y'all want to. Charlene, look, she got a revengeful side. I ain't gonna be surprised when she be out here acting up, honey. He set the playing field. Just saying. Just saying. So as we know, this is the week that they're all gonna go talk to their family members. And they're going to talk. They're going to go talk to their family members, get a good, some advice, get them some understanding and stuff like that. Okay. So Otis goes to talk to. Well, first of all, Charlene couldn't get out of there fast enough, y'all. When she was like, as soon as it was like it's done, she was like, "Where's the keys? Where's the keys?" Homegirl done hopped in the car and left him. I say she came back around the corner and picked him up. She definitely came back around the corner and picked him up. You can't tell me she didn't. You can't tell me she didn't. Okay, homegirl got in that car, skirt off, was like, let me go back and pick up this man because this is his car. I told y'all last time, the first thing we need to learn about going to group sessions together is drive your own car. Because at any moment, you could be left taking an Uber. At any moment, you could be left taking a Lyft. Just drive your own car so we could avoid all of this. Because, homegirl, next time, you shouldn't even have to be asking for his keys. Okay? She's always like, don't tell me no. Don't tell me no. See? Drive your own car. So next time you grab your keys in your bag and you go. Period, point blank. And that's it. That is it. Okay? So when Otis goes to go talk to his father, he's going to talk to his father for some advice. Okay? Because his father has been married to his mother for 40 years before his mother passed away. The father says that they never let their issues become bigger than them. Okay? He says that he had to learn to listen. Otis says that he listens. She just doesn't know it. What do you mean she just doesn't know that you're listening? If she doesn't know that you're listening, that means that your actions are not changing. Come on now. This is common sense, y'all. Common sense. If I tell you to go close the door and you don't get up and close the door, I'm going to assume that you're not listening to me asking you to go close the door, correct? Okay. It's plain and simple. You're not listening to me. And if you are listening to me, now you're just ignoring what I asked you to do. You're making a conscious decision not to do it. So at the end of the day, do you really care? Absolutely no. Like Otis needs to really start understanding that his actions speak louder than his words. Okay. When his father told him that you have to understand that sometimes that you have to accept that you are not always right, I said that is exactly what he needs to hear. Because in his mind, he's always right. It's never her. It's like he doesn't want to take accountability for the part that he plays in their relationship. I'm not saying that she is perfect, but what I am saying is that he doesn't accept the fact that he's not perfect either. It's always her problems. So she has issues. She don't understand that I'm always right. How are you always right? Are you human? Because if you are human, you are not always right. Even the internet sometimes crashes and breaks and is wrong. Okay? So don't sit up here and try to convince us that you out here listening and this, that, and the other when your actions are not changing. Actions speak louder than words, people. Basic. I mean, we learned that. Like, what age was it when we learned that? A while ago. Okay, a long time ago. Long time ago. Okay. Something's in my eye, y'all. It is really bothering me. Okay, I think it's out. Where am I at? Okay, so y'all, Shorty and Kenny, right? Kenny is making breakfast for Shorty, and Shorty, you know, she's like, okay, cool. I like the breakfast part. He's like, how about we just go out later and, you know, we just chill and we get to, you know, remember why we, you know, where we were when we connected and stuff like that. And she's like, so when do you want to talk about group session? Sis was like, I don't want to go out to eat. I want to talk about what we got going on. He was like, well, I mean, we could talk about that later. And she was like, no, I want to talk about it now so we can have a good date. Shorty confuses me, y'all. She definitely confuses me. And I really just trying to figure her out. Like, girl, what is your end goal here? What is your end goal? Okay. So when they start talking, he asks her, what do you mean by I only date girls out of my league? Okay. She was like, well, what I'm saying is that you only date girls who are attractive, have they ish together, and this, that, and the other, and you don't have any of that. And the way I was raised is you can't expect for anyone to do for you what you can't do for yourself. So he gets instantly upset. He gets instantly defensive. Like, obviously, I must be doing something right if I'm here and you're a 40-year-old woman, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, oh, because I'm old, so I'm old now. And I'm like, okay, so look. The age gap is going to make a big difference. The age gap is going to make a big difference, okay? Because literally, as a woman and a man, when you have the age gap as a woman being older and a guy being younger, the accomplishments are not going to equal up, okay? And for a woman who wants to be taken care of, it's going to be hard for her to ever accept that a man who is younger than her may not be as established as her. And I had to sit back and think about it, like, what is the issue? The issue is that he's too young for her. Whether it's him being what the a-hole that he is, because that's a whole nother story in itself. Okay, you got to understand that if you are 40 and this man is in his early 20s, okay, I mean early 30s, and you are in your upper, 40s or early 40s or whatever you are, there's a gap. This is why women date older. Women date older because men are more accomplished when they're older to take care of them. So you as a woman, when you date younger, you're dealing with someone who is not as accomplished because they haven't had as much life experience as you. I mean, how hard does it? It doesn't take a rocket science to figure this out. Okay, I had to sit back and think about it for 2 seconds. Like, yeah, it's the age gap. And the age gap has a lot to do with everything. Baby girl, date your age or date higher if you want to be taken care of. Not saying that it's not some young guys out here who got their ish together, but then you go find those young guys who got their ish together. You want to keep saying, oh, he lied to me and this, that, and the other. And by the time I realized it, I was already in love. But ain't you the same ones up here saying what love got to do with it? What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it? Okay, it got something to do with it. You still here. That's why he don't understand what you mean by. What do you mean by? Because obviously I must be doing something right because you're still here. And not only are you still here, we're on a show called Put a Ring on It because we're trying to figure out if we want to get married or not. So obviously I must be something worth getting married to or seeing if it's worth getting married to. So I can understand where Kenny's coming from. It does not dismiss his BS behavior, but if we take that out of the equation and we just look at it surface level, they was never supposed to work. They was never going to work. It was never going to happen. Okay? It does not help that he be lying. It does not help that he be scamming. It does not help that he be stalking, harassing, and all that other stuff. Does not help. Does not help. But if you take that out of the equation, he's not even mature enough for her. Come on now, y'all. Come on. Come on. Like, it's common sense at this point. Hey, y'all, like the video. Like the video. Did you like the video? If you're watching and not commenting, leave me some yellow hearts. Let me know that you are here. Okay. Let me know that y'all in the comments and that y'all, you're watching and enjoying. Okay. Show me some love. Make sure that you subscribe if you're not subscribed and like the video. Once again, like the video. Okay. So that is the whole thing when it comes to Shorty and Kenny, y'all. It's like they just can't get it right. They can't get it right, and it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work because she's expecting him to take care of her as if he's old enough to take care of her in the way she wants to be taken care of. Now, if he goes date someone who is up on a rise while they on a rise, then it's understandable. But you can't go. She's like, he goes out of women in his league. He goes after these women. He does this, and maybe he does, but he got you. So it's not impossible. Whether he's lying, scheme. This is why y'all got to pay attention to what the men are telling you when they're telling you what they're telling you, okay? Y'all want to sit here and be like, oh, he said he do this. Oh, he said he do that. But where's the receipts at? Where's the receipts? Are you really doing what you saying you doing? You got 3 jobs, yet and still you got time to go out with me whenever I call you. You always available. Where's the receipts at? Okay, come on now. Don't just take it for face value. Shorty, you're older than that. So you really do. How long did it take you to fall in love with the man before you realized he was lying about everything? Everything. You fell in love, 3 weeks later? You didn't ask for a receipt out of none of this? Take some responsibility for yourself. You're old enough to take some of this responsibility for yourself. Point blank and period. Okay? Oh, thank you, Tawana girl. Thank you. Okay. So that's the whole thing with Shorty and Kenny. All right. So he's like, so what you basically saying is that I'm dumb for being. So she was like, so you basically said, and I'm dumb for picking you. I could take that. So now she's threatening him with the fact that maybe this ain't going to work. Maybe this ain't going to last. Maybe it's not going to be it. Like, girl, either do it or don't do it. Because at this point, what are we going back and forth for? Do you want to get out of this relationship? If you want to get out of this relationship, just say, I want out of this relationship. This is your chance. This is your time. Just say it. Just say it. This is the perfect place to say it. Say it, girl. Say it so everyone can witness that you want out of this relationship. Because if you keep going back and forth, like you don't know what you want to do, everyone else is going to start looking at you crazy. Because we're trying to figure out, girl, do we want to help you or not? Do we want to come save you or not? Do you want to be saved? Sis, we don't know. We don't know. We just don't know. Okay. So Charlene is going on her date. But before she goes, she's sitting down talking to Otis. Okay. Because Otis was telling him about the advice that, he was getting from his father. He's going to try to work on himself. So he wants to sit there and try to say he's sorry and apologize. But he's not saying what he's sorry and apologizing for. See, that is the issue. It's okay to say I'm sorry, but if you don't know what you're sorry for, sir, how am I supposed to accept it? I am sorry for DMing the girl that I went on a date with. I am sorry for being controlling. I am sorry for not listening to you. I'm sorry for not trying to hear you out and understand where you were coming from. I am sorry for not validating your feelings. I am sorry for what? What are you apologizing for? Being vague, like she said, is not going to fix the issue. What are you apologizing for, sir? That's what it means why he's not listening to what she's saying. Like, he hear it, but he not listening, because if he did, he will understand that she wants a genuine, sincere apology for all the BS that he's been doing, the manipulating, the controlling, all of that. She's not even upset about the DMs anymore. Don't get me wrong. She's upset about the DMs, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that, because he doesn't want to take accountability. His accountability is, I said, I'm sorry. That's his accountability. His accountability is, I said, I'm sorry. Y'all, am I going in and out because my internet bars keep fluctuating? I just want to make sure that we on the same page as we going. Oh, it shows no emotion. He's here, but he doesn't. This way, his way or the highway. Exactly. It's either his way or the highway. I don't know, but she reminds me of Sabrina. Maybe because they are both short. Maybe because they are both short. I mean, we done seen Sabrina for so many weeks. I guess it's just like, correlation at this point. Okay. So she's basically trying to get him to feel some type of way about her going on her date, because she said she's gonna have a good time on her day, baby. I'm going out. I'm going out and I'm gonna have a good time. Period. And point and blank. But this is the thing, okay? Now her date says that he's used to dating women who have boyfriends. I was like, where do they find these people? Like, they just go out to the curb and be like, you want to be on the show? You want to date people? You want to date people with boyfriends and girlfriends? Cool, come on. Oh, that's what you do? Oh, perfect. You're perfect for this, okay? But when he presented it to her, he made it seem like he hung out. I hung out with people who had, boyfriends. And she was like, you hung out? Like, what you mean? Hooked up? Like, what you mean? What you talking about? Because for her, it's showing signs that he don't want to commit. And I'm like, absolutely. Like, girl, he's dating, he's dating girls with boyfriends for a reason. Okay, so he don't have to deal with them when he don't want the stress of the actual boyfriendness. He want the benefits, but not the stress. Okay. Somehow along this conversation, we get into the fact that his ex-girlfriend had multiple his ex-girlfriend had a really, really high sex drive, and she wanted sex all the time, through at least 3 to 4 times a day. They was having all types of threesomes and this, that, and the other. It was just too much for him. And I was like, we needed to know all this on the first date. Like the first date, child. She said that she's getting F boy vibes. I said, yes, girl, F boy vibes. The flags is waving. Leave him. Don't even play. Don't even go on no second date. Don't play with him. Don't play with him. So she like, he seemed like he could be a good time. And then he got the nerve to ask her when she gonna leave her man. I said, she needs to leave her man, but not for you, sir. Not for you. Absolutely no. Absolutely, immediately no. Immediately no. She definitely needs to leave him, though. Don't get me wrong. But just not for you, sir. Not for you, because you're going to take her down a whole nother rabbit hole that she don't want to get down. Child, we trying to get her out the rabbit hole she in. You want to drag her down into another one? Absolutely no. Like, you just sitting there telling all your personal business, all your ex-personal business, all on the national television show. So all the people who didn't know that his girlfriend had a high sex drive and he was out here having threesomes and stuff like that, now they know. Now they know. Sorry for you, sis. Sorry for you that your man wanted to come up here and put all your business out front street. My bad. Well, not my bad. His bad. Your bad. Somebody's bad, ain't mine. Okay. Shay goes and talks to her mother. Y'all jumped out of order, I think. But it don't matter. It still happened. Okay, Shay mother comes to talk to her. Okay, first of all, can we just acknowledge how pretty Shay is without all the makeup? Like, she has natural beauty, and I was like, "Ooh, come on, skin, come on, no makeup, come on, just glowing for no reason, like fresh out the shower, nice face, like, ooh, yes, okay, I'm here for the good skin of it all. Okay, what's the routine? Okay, but when she's Shorty tells no, Shay tells them that she doesn't feel accepted in his family, and he's not trying to even break down that barrier. Okay, Mama says, look, she had some of the same problems in her relationship, but she had to let them know what she wants. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. Okay, and if you can't provide that, then I'm out. Point blank and period. And I said this before. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. We all have natural beauty. Shout out to everyone. Right. Okay. Shout out to everyone. But I'm not saying like she has natural beauty. I mean, like her skin itself looked really nice and clear and just nice. Like, you know how sometimes we have like, a lot going on in our skin because we're humans. Okay. So her skin looked really nice. Okay. Really nice. But child, I done covered up my notes. Hold on. Okay, so I was like, exactly. This is what Shay needs to do. And we talked about this last week. She did not set her expectations. She's just now realizing that she needs to set some expectations. Like, girl, y'all, hold on. Let me turn my daughter TV down. She came out her room. Okay, so yeah, because they had went to the store, and whenever she leave, her TV be so loud for some reason. Okay, but what I'm saying is, how old are these people? Like, we need to start setting boundaries from the very beginning. Like I said, she came back for nothing. She came back with no expectations. She came back, she didn't lay down no ground rules, no boundaries, no nothing. Okay, she just came back. Girl, when you come back, you need to let him know this is what I want. If you cannot do this for me, then let me be. And mean it. See, don't just say stuff, people. Mean what you say. And say what you mean. I want to meet your mother properly. I want you to attempt to break down that barrier, to connect us, and let the chips fall where they may. At least stand up for me to the point where they know that I'm in your life and that I come with you. You can't make his mom like you, but you could definitely he can definitely handle how he handles her with his mom. Absolutely. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out, sis, why you just not realizing this? Why do we have this idea that we have to do everything for men and the man has to do nothing in return? Like, no, you have your expectations too. It's just like Elijah Wan Katina. Elijah Wan has all these lists of what his wife should be, and she has no expectations for him. Get out of there. Get out of here with this. Set your expectations too. And meet each other halfway in the middle. Especially if you up here crying about it. She says that she realized that she can leave. And I'm trying to figure out what made you thought that you had to stay. I realized that it's okay for me to leave. See, that's because she got in her mind that that's her spouse. That's her spouse. Because when you're married to someone, you want to go above and beyond to try to fix that marriage before you go out. Okay? Usually, when you're married to someone, you probably have children, you have things together, you have debt together, you have houses, cars, all types of stuff that you have together, right? So you really try to everything that you can to make this relationship work before you throw in the towel. Because in the vows, you want to try to make it, okay? Make it until death do us part in the vows, okay? So you want to work as hard as you can. But since you're not married, see, you already made up in your mind that that's your husband, that's your spouse, and it's not okay for you to leave. Like there's some type of shame or embarrassment for it, and it's not. That's your boyfriend. The reason you're dating, the reason you have boyfriends in life is because obviously you're able to just leave. You are not committed to him to the point where y'all gonna have to file for a divorce. Y'all gonna have to sign some papers. Y'all gonna have to get a lawyer. Girl, you can leave whenever you want. All you gotta do is pack your stuff and walk out. Remember when you left before? Remember that time? You can do that again. This time, just don't come back. This time, just don't come back. Like, girl, you made up this whole fantasy in your mind. Like, that's my husband. And he's not. And he's not. He's not. And so now you're confused as I can leave. I really can. I didn't know I could. Girl, who told you you couldn't? You are not legally bound to no one. That was a sign from God. When that wedding, y'all, when they went to sign the wedding papers and everything was happening and it did not go through, that was a sign from God himself saying, don't do it. Don't do it. Stop it right here. It's not meant to be. Okay? Child, that ain't a sign. That ain't a sign. I don't know what is. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. God came down himself and said, don't marry this. Nope, don't marry them. It is. Woo, child. Listen. Just take it as a sign, girl. Don't marry that man. God said no once. Don't make him say no twice. Okay? Don't make him say no twice. Because then that's the time it's really gonna hurt when you done had a baby and everything together, and then you really gotta leave. Girl, get out now while going's good. Okay, while you still hot. Okay, you still able to drop it like it's hot. You ain't got no kids. You got your prime years ahead of you, baby. Get out of there now. Go find you a nice man that's gonna take care of you and introduce you to his family. Okay, and treat you and marry you and make you his wife, instead of coming up with ideas and fantasies and fake realities and stuff like that. Child, girl, no, we're not doing that. It's like them, but like, yeah, she in a relationship with me, but I'm not in a relationship with her. Child, she done married him and he didn't marry her. Okay. It's Shay and Fonzo in a common law state. They may be why she keeps saying my spouse. If not, she sound crazy. But common law state, you still have to be together for 7 years. I don't even think they've been together for 7 years. I don't think they've been together long enough for it to even be a common state law. I mean, a common law state, like a common marriage. I don't even think they've been together. And even then, if they still decided to separate after 7 years, they still have no legal boundaries, no legal, anything legal holding them to each other. Yeah, maybe common law, but not really. Common law does not equal marriage certificate, and no matter what state it is. I mean, you probably could go, file for some stuff because y'all been together for so long, but at the end of the day, you need a marriage certificate. So if there's no marriage certificate, people been on and off for years. We've been on and off for 10 years. We've been on and off for 8 years. We've been together for this long. Don't mean nothing. Don't mean absolutely nothing. Okay? So I'm happy that she found out that she could leave. He might be common law and his son's mom. He might be common law with his son's mom and not Shay. Child, I'm sure the baby mama say we could been together for 10 years. That's common law, but yet still, he still got a spouse over here. Child, the ghetto. The ghetto. Okay. Okay, so let's get into this thing with Shorty. First, Shorty and Kenny really just be draining me, y'all. So they go out. Okay. Shorty tells this man she don't even want him to hold her hand. I'm not holding your hand. She don't even want to hold his hand inside the place to go walk inside the place. She don't want to be here. She don't want to be there at all. Okay. He's talking about something. He got his little turtleneck on. He about to woo her or whatever. He about to reconnect. She gonna remember why they was together. Shorty ain't here for that. Shorty said, nope. He landed on thick. He landed on thick, but I need more. Been here, done that, seen that. And I'm like, girl, it worked when you fell in love. Remember when he wasn't showing no receipts then? See, he's been playing. Y'all don't let these people tell y'all whatever they want to hear, men and women. Don't let these people sell you hopes and dreams. Do not let them sell you no hopes and dreams, baby. Where is the receipts? Where's the receipts? Don't let someone tell you that they love you and they don't want to, provide for you. They don't want to do what they supposed to do for you. Don't let no one tell you that they love you when they taking pictures of your bank statements and they standing outside stalking and harassing you, but you want to sit there and take it for face value because they said that they love you. Absolutely no. Child, no. That's why I said, Sharon, I don't know what to do with her. I don't know what to do with her because I'm so confused by her whole everything. Okay. When he's telling her that he was getting upset because he's like, you take every chance to beat me down and tell me you don't want to be here and tell me you don't want nothing to do with me and I'm not a good man and this, that, and the other. Like, you always take the to beat me down. I felt bad for him. I'm just gonna say I felt bad for Kenny, y'all. I felt bad for him. I just felt bad for him. I felt bad for him. Take out the scamming, harassing, stalking, and all that other stuff. Take all that out the equation. The way she treats him is effed up. Okay. If you don't want to be with this man, just don't be with this man. But you don't have to belittle this man every chance you get while you're with him. See, that's the problem. I think that's the problem that people are having with Shorty. Because it's like, Shorty, if you don't want to be there, then leave. But you don't have to treat someone like this. You don't have to treat someone like this. She's in the confessional talking about some. A part of me is kind of like, oh, yes, put your foot down. I like it. Then another part of me is like, who are you talking to? And I say, this is what I'm talking about. Toxic. It's toxic. It's toxic. She low-key like this ish. Y'all can't say she don't. What do you mean? What do you mean? A part of me is kind of like, oh, he's standing up for himself. Ooh, yeah. I want him so bad now. Ooh, I want him so bad now. He's standing up for himself. But then, who you talking to, bro? Who you talking to? Like, girl, I'm so confused with her. I'm still going in and out. Is it still? I don't know what's up with my internet today, y'all. It's giving Teddy Riley. Yeah, it's giving that. I'm sorry, I don't know how to fix it. Just let me know if we doing good now. We doing good now or what? So I'm gonna just wait because I don't want to keep going and I'm not doing good. We doing good? Leave me some yellow hearts and something say yes, no, maybe so. I don't know. Anything? Okay. Be good? Okay. Make sure y'all like the video. So listen, I just don't understand. A part of me just doesn't understand why she's even here dealing with this man, because at the end of the day, if you don't want to be here, if you don't like nothing about him, then leave. Just leave. Don't belittle him. Don't put him down. Don't make him feel worse. Okay. He should already feel bad for everything that's going on. He already feel bad because he know he's an F-boy. But you keep giving him the leeway to keep doing F-boy stuff to you. It's stupid. It just sounds stupid. It just sounds stupid. When you would have tried to sabotage me and got me fired from my job, that's when I would have left. There's no need for me to stay here and continue to put you down or continue to deal with the BS. Okay? So anyway, y'all, Charlene and Otis go meet up. They get on my nerves. They get on my last nerve, okay? So she wants him to, like, you know, she's tired of the control and the manipulation and everything, which, girl, we've been saying that from the beginning. Like, y'all see what this man controlling. We've been saying it. So I'm glad she knows that that's what's happening, okay? I don't like how Otis flips things on her, okay? When he came in, he sat down. He like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm tired of this process. I don't want to talk about it. See, the thing is that what's happening is Otis is opening up his eyes and realizing that he plays a part in this BS, okay? He thought that he was going to come sit and talk to Dr. Nicole, and Dr. Nicole was going to blame it all on Charlene for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know how. Because he thought that because he's a man and he wants a traditional, lifestyle where he takes care of her and I'm doing everything for her and I want to be there for her and this, that, and the other. Child, what is going on? Give me 1 second, y'all. So I don't like how when he came in, he was so like he's tired. And like I was saying, y'all, he's starting to realize that he has some fault in this. He's wrong in this some way. He wants to really make it seem like it's all her. And now that it's hitting him in his face, like, bro, you not God's gift to women. You not God's gift to Charlene. You have a lot of issues, and she's been putting up with your ish for a long time. Okay? He's literally starting to open up his eyes and he don't like it. He don't like it. So therefore he's tired. He don't want to do nothing. He over the process, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 because everyone is telling him the same thing. The same thing Dr. Nicole said to him, the same thing his father said to him. You have to accept that you are not always right. Once he accepts that he is not always right, his life could be so much better. So much better. Okay, but he don't want to accept that. And I hate how she goes from saying she doesn't feel heard. She's literally pulling information out of him, begging him to talk to her. And then the moment she shuts down, she's over it. She's tired of going back and forth with him because obviously he don't want to talk about nothing. Now she don't want to talk. He catches the attitude. Sir, you just sat there the whole time and I wanted to talk to her. So now that she's not begging you for information anymore and she don't want to talk to you, you catch an attitude, bro. You don't see yourself. You don't see yourself. So you was fine with not wanting to talk to her as long as she was talking to you. Okay, cool. Because as soon as she stopped talking to you, now you want to start talking, boy. Well, y'all could have just had a conversation to begin with. Well, we could have just talked about this like adults to begin with. I'm just saying, y'all know we could have did that. So now you flipping it on her till you don't feel heard. I don't feel heard. So now you taking her script. Now your issue is the same issue she got. Oh, child. Oh, this is a piece of work. He had the nerve to really get up and walk away. I said, "Woo, child, let him go. 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 No, just let him go." I'm just trying to figure out what the peen is like. Okay, what the living arrangement is. It worth all of this headache and stress? Is it? At what point do we just be like, it's not worth it? But I will tell you that she's fed up. She's definitely fed up. She's over it. Charlene is over it. And I hope she is fed up enough to not go back. I hope she is over it enough to leave that man alone, because the issues that he has will not be fixed overnight. That's going to take some time. Not saying that he can't work on himself and better himself and become a better version of himself, because that's possible for all of us, right? Because we all have flaws. We all have things that we don't even realize that we're doing. Like I said, I don't even think he realized he's doing half the things that he's doing. And now that his eyes are opening up to him, he's becoming exhausted because he's realizing, like, if everyone keeps telling me I'm the problem, then maybe I'm the problem. Am I the problem? Am I the problem? Maybe I'm the problem. I'm starting to think I'm the problem. He don't even know how to handle it. So he needs to take some time to himself. Otis, go figure yourself out. Go become a better version of yourself. Do that first. And in the meantime, between time, she need to go find her somebody else. Period. Okay? Right. When a woman's fed up. Oh, wait, no, I thought we was muting R. Kelly. Never mind, y'all. And that was Put a Ring on It, y'all. Put a Ring on It. Put a Ring on It. Season 3, episode 6. And I really feel like I really want all of them to be done with each other. We want love, but we don't want love at the expense of losing ourselves and our self-worth. You know what I mean, guys? We have to accept that someone will love us in spite of. But that in spite of should not be at the detriment to our own self. So, yes, I know I'm a flawed, right? But some of my flaws can be overlooked depending on what they are. Maybe, I sing too loud and you don't like that. That's a little flaw for you, okay? Maybe I pick my nails and you don't like that. That's a little flaw. Maybe sometimes, I don't know what the flaws is that you can overlook all types of flaws, okay? But when it comes to emotional, physical, mental abuse of some sort, when it comes to demeaning, belittling, degrading, those type of things, those are not things that we can overlook. Those are not flaws in people that we need to overlook. Those are flaws from people that need to be addressed and they need to be dealt with, okay? And until then people are willing to deal with those issues on their own, like Otis, who needs to really realize that he's controlling, because I don't even think in his mind he thinks he's controlling. Until he's able to work on that flaw of his, he don't need to be in no relationship with no one. I am so concerned about the fact that they're hooking these people up with other people more so than anything. Like, because honey, you ruined one person. Now y'all going to send these people out to go ruin other people, possibly? Like, I'm just trying to understand. Otis don't need to be dating anyone. Child, we trying to get him out of this. Kenny don't need to be dating anyone. These people got real issues, real things that they need to deal with. And going to date someone else is not going to fix that. You're putting someone else in harm's way. Like, ultimately, that's what's happening. You're putting someone else in harm's way. I am concerned about this. I am concerned, like literally concerned about the people that send these people on dates with. Kenny sat up there and told this girl he had like 3 jobs. And he got up there and he was saying he did this and he did that. And he was like this and he was like that. And we already know that's a lie. So we see how he moves, okay? Otis want to be so smooth. Him so smooth. But did you talk about how you control him, manipulative? Did we talk about that in these dates? Child, y'all just gonna send these men out to date other people like that's okay. It's not okay. This is not okay. This is not okay. Okay? And that's all. That's all. That is it, and that's all. I appreciate y'all so much for joining me and talking about Ready to Live with me. Yes, I am doing 90 Day Fiance. It come on tonight, right? And also, Housewives of Atlanta come on tonight. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do both. Well, I obviously can't watch both, but I'm gonna figure out how we're gonna do both. I am not gonna live stream for 90 Day Fiance because I don't want to get in the habit of doing that, because it's gonna be hard when I really try to get deep dive into the reviews with that and deep dive into the reviews with Housewives of Atlanta. Streaming is gonna be too much, and I want to enjoy this process. So I'm gonna watch it, take my notes, make my reviews, talk to y'all about it. You know, how old-fashioned way, okay? So yeah, y'all, that was put a ring on it. So this season is draining. But I do want to see how this turns out. I'm gonna ride it through because I need to see how this ends. But I hope that y'all like this video. I hope that you're subscribed if you're not subscribed. And I hope that, you guys come and join me later on. I don't know if it's going to be tonight or tomorrow, but we are going to have our Married at First Sight live prediction review from last episode and things like that. And we're going to get into 90 Day Fiance, Housewives of Atlanta, if that's good. The ultimatum, we're going to talk about this week. Though Circle comes back. I don't know if I'm going to review it, but I'm definitely watching it. So watch it with me just in case I decide to jump up here and talk to y'all about it. Make sure your notifications is on. Because y'all, I work. And sometimes I have spare the moment times where I'm like, let's just go live. So just have the notifications on and be ready for me. Just be ready, okay? Anyway, you guys, I love, appreciate you all. I'm going to talk to you guys later. Peace. And if you're catching the playback, drop me some yellow hearts and let me know you stopped by.